Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today is a very exciting day for me at least because we are officially going to start taking a look at some of the 2019 lineup from Collecta. And we are starting with the Borealopelta, which is one that I was very excited for, super happy to finally have here in my hands to take a look at with you guys. As you may or may not know, which you probably know if you're a fan of dinosaurs, they did find a mummified version of this dinosaur not too long ago, which really helped to give us a much better view of this animal itself, and now Collecta has decided to go ahead and give us an incredible figure of said dinosaur, and I think it looks fantastic at first glance. It is a standard size figure, so it's much smaller than their larger deluxe range, which means that it is a fairly small figure, but it's not too small at all. The standard range, I think, is really beautiful as far as Collecta goes, and it makes their figures much more affordable, so this guy would be a pretty cheap figure to get a hold of, and honestly, shows just as much beautiful paint and detail as you get in those larger deluxe figures. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get a closer look. So starting up here at the head sculpt, you can see the head sculpt is really nice. Lots of very nicely done details, some very fine detailing. You can take note of the mouth, beautifully sculpted there. The nostrils are also very nicely sculpted. It appears as though a beautiful wash has been applied to this, and that's one thing that I think Collecta doesn't really do as much as they probably should. I feel like a wash would make their figures look a lot better, and they have done that here with the Borealopelta, and I think it really pays off, honestly, and makes this figure just look so much more realistic and so much more striking than it would look without that wash. I think it looks fantastic just by that one simple addition of including a wash. The eye is painted really nicely there. You can see it does include an incredible gloss, really making the eye look very real. Both sides, there's no sloppiness at all. I think it looks fantastic. And then as we start to lead down into the neck, the armored area of the dinosaur starts to really pick up, and it really looks nice. It's primarily a reddish coloration on the upper side here, but you can kind of see these spikes here on the tips have like this pale creamy type of a color, similar to what you see on the side spikes here, and I think that just gives it such a beautiful striking look. I really like that. And then as you run back, the entire back, the armor on the back looks fantastic. It is so incredibly well sculpted, and that beautiful dark wash that is on the underside here of the small cracks and crevices of the armor really makes the armor pop and the detail look exquisite, honestly. And the armor is sculpted so nice, you could just see it get smaller and smaller the further out we go, and then it kind of picks up to a little bit of a larger version here on the tail, and I think it really looks nice. Overall, the entire upper side of this looks fantastic, and that beautiful red coloration really makes it just look super striking to me. Again, these spikes here on the side are painted with that creamy type of a color, and I think they look really nice, and it makes the spikes really pop out at you and jump out and really look very real. Honestly, looks so nice. That light coloration just drags your attention straight to those spikes, and I really think that was a very smart move on the part of Collecta to include that type of coloration on the spikes. You look at the detail here on the underside of the neck, you've got a few little skin folds there, and then you run back here into the shoulder, you can kind of see some skin folding here as the leg is moving. Some very nice attention to detail on the part of Collecta. You see a few little osteoderms here in the leg as you come down into the foot. The feet have beautiful sculpting and paint applied, nicely painted nails, and the nails do have a bit of a gloss, giving them a shiny, very realistic look. Again, coming up here into the side, some very nice sculpt work again, and that wash, that dark wash I've mentioned numerous times, really making the detail pop. Beautiful musculature here in the rear leg, nice calf muscles as well, and the small minute details of the leg look really nice. That nice paint on the nails again with that beautiful gloss, and then you run out the length of the tail, and it looks very nice. A very light coloration here on the underside, but then the side here is like a brownish reddish type of a color, and then the upper part here is a really nice brighter red. I think it looks great everywhere, honestly. The paint is absolutely perfect. Nice detail on the underside here as well. Of course, you've got the cloaca for that super little extra bit of realism. So this is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, this figure completely exceeded my expectations. I honestly expected it to be good, but man, this thing is pure beauty in person. It really is really nice. I love the paint application all over the place, and the stance itself is very calm, very natural. He's just kind of standing there, maybe looking for some plants to chew on or eat or whatever, and I really like it. It's really nicely done. As far as a size goes, I did say that this is a standard figure, so it's a smaller figure, and you're looking at just under 6 inches or about 15 centimeters, and for a height, about 2 inches or about 5 centimeters. For a size comparison, there is the much larger Papo Rex, again giving you a good idea of how small the standard range is by Collecta, but just how incredibly well done they are considering the sheer amount of sculpt and detail, not to mention beautiful paint application on this figure. For its size is very impressive. Again, Mr. Papo Rex giving us some help here, showing you about the size of the Borealopelta. So this Borealopelta is awesome. It really is completely awesome. Much better than I expected, which I expected it to be good because Collecta always delivers a fantastic figure. They really do. I think they've been doing just a bang-up job the last couple of years and producing potentially the best prehistoric figures that any company is producing anywhere, and this Borealopelta is just fantastic. The paint application on it looks so natural and so real and so beautifully applied, and it's such a striking look with that reddish coloration up on the top, the brown on the side, and the light underbelly. And again, like I mentioned numerous times, that wash just really brings out all the detail, makes it all pop so much more, and makes it just have a much more realistic look compared to if they had chosen not to use that wash. I think the wash just helps the figure overall look so much more real. Everything, like I said, as far as the sculpt, paint, all of it just absolutely beautiful, and Collecta has just completely knocked this one straight out of the park. An incredible figure, once again, for the 2019 lineup from Collecta. What a beautiful way to start this series of figure reviews as far as the 2019 lineup goes. This is a completely beautiful figure. I don't remember ever getting a figure from any company previously of the Borealopelta, so I am super psyched for Collecta to be producing this one. And honestly, it's exactly what we need when it comes to this dinosaur. A great interpretation of this species, and they have just done an incredible job on it. So if you do want to purchase this, I will find a link in the description for you to order it. I don't think it's available on everythingdinosaur.com yet, so if it's not, then you may just have to wait a little bit until it does become available. But either way, it is on its way if it's not. And when you do get a hold of it, trust me, you're gonna love it just like I do, because it is just super nice. So go ahead and buy yourself an incredible Collecta Borealopelta. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.